Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Okay, got a few friendly meows, I think. So I got your hearty cuts with real chicken and beef. And yeah, I think that's the last of this can, so we'll get something tomorrow, different. Okay, so you're next to the door, so I don't know what that indicates. So I guess I'll pick up your food and open the door and find out. Okay, opening the door. So it's hot today, so yeah, let's get this dinner through fast, because yeah, it's hot. Okay. Water. Close the door. And we'll change the water. I think I see a solitary ant in the water, old water, floating dead. Let's get new water in. So I think the ants are mostly dead now. Let's get the glove. It came right over, huh? Sorry, I gotta get the glove on. Okay, got the glove on. So I haven't seen any more ants near the trap that I set out. So I think I'm hoping they're dead. Though I did find a few more ants. So I made some hard-boiled eggs last night, and I left them out in a bowl with some ice to cool down. And then I put it in the refrigerator. And then I noticed that there were... Oh, it's coughing. What's that pet, huh? So I noticed in the refrigerator today, in that bowl of hard-boiled eggs, there were a couple ants floating in it. So I'm assuming they went in when I was letting the eggs cool, right after I finished cooking them. But I thought they were dead even then, so whoops, another cough. Uh-oh. Hey. Still wants the pets. Hope you're not sick. Not sure where you'd catch anything. And it's hot, so most of the germs should be dying from the heat if they're out here. Sun exposure, UV. So anyway, yeah, it heated up today. It was supposed to heat up, but the weather kept changing. So I think last night the forecast actually was cooler than I had originally read. And then I think this morning it was still going to be following that cooler trend. And then, yeah, this afternoon it really heated up and went way over what they forecasted. So I'm sweating right now, and I'm a little miserable. So it didn't cool down in the evening. And unfortunately, the next 5 days look like it's going to be like this, or worse. So I thought it was going to kind of chop back and forth between slightly cooler temperatures and this, but it looks like it's actually going to get hotter and stay like this. So I went for my interval run today, but I kind of expected the afternoon, evening to cool down. So I waited about as long as I could to do my run. But it was still, kind of miserably hot. So I actually just got back, which is another reason I'm sweating. Though I did actually have a chance to cool down a little bit before I came out here. So I'm starting to sweat all over again because of the temperature out here. Not that the house is much cooler. Actually, it's not. But I put on these overalls and sweatshirt as protective clothing from Scruffy, so I'm even hotter. It just dripped on the camera. So my interval run actually went okay, all things considered. It was I think doing about as well as my upper end performance goes for my interval runs. So not my fastest, but it was kind of in that good ballpark range. So I'm relatively happy with the performance in the run today. Yeah, he's turning his back. Usually doesn't let me pet his back like that. Usually, yeah, he'll stand up like that and then put his head into it. Yeah, I had a kind of a busy day, and had to do a bunch of things this morning and early afternoon. Had to reach out to some companies and do stuff on the phone. So I think I slept better than I think most of this week. So still not quite a full night's sleep, but probably close enough compared to everything else I've been doing this week. So I didn't get up extremely early today. Still got up a little bit on the early side, and I had trouble getting to sleep. I actually woke up in the middle of the night. Felt really bad for some reason. Just I don't know what happened. Just sudden, it's just kind of a sudden feeling of just feeling terrible. I'm not sure, like my body was like suddenly starting to break down from overexerting itself in a run or something like that. Just couldn't quite explain it since I was, just lying in bed. And then I suddenly felt like really dehydrated, and so got up and got some water. I was wondering if my blood sugar was low or something like that. So ate a teaspoon of peanut butter. Just figured, why not? Okay, Scruffy, I think we're getting close to time here. So let's get your food. I'm dripping sweat all over the place. So I think I want to go in soon. So we might not need second pets tonight. And I also need to water the garden, though. Right now, I'm not sure if I'm really up to it. I think I just want to eat dinner and rest. So I watered some of the garden yesterday. Oops. But yeah, I got more to do. So I saw Scruffy only once today. It was around noon. He was sleeping next to his water bowl. Not on the mat. So he was directly on the deck. And then I didn't see him the rest of the day. And then yeah, he was up against the door at dinner, so I didn't see him again from the kitchen window. But I assumed he'd be here. So I had to leave the windows open last night again to try to cool down the house. I'm not even sure if I'm going to try that tonight or not. It's so hot right now, I don't think it's going to cool down the house. But yeah, I didn't hear any meows calling out last night, so might have, yeah, that midnight thing might have just been a one-off. So speaking of watering, I mentioned last time, or a couple weeks ago when I was watering before, I wanted to get a new sprayer nozzle. Because yeah, one of them I have is it's basically defective. It's leaking water through the where the plastic seams are. So like it's one of those rotating nozzles. So you can change different settings. Well, it rotates, and usually there's like a centerpiece that doesn't rotate, and then the outer ring rotates. So anyway, a whole bunch of water is escaping between the seams between the stationary part and the rotating part, and then it's just spilling out everywhere, including onto me when I'm trying to use the hose. So I bought the one I'm using from Harbor Freight. So they were on sale at the time, and, pretty cheap. But yeah, they didn't last long. One, just the handle spring or whatever, that when you squeeze it, opens the valve. Yeah, that completely broke. I think it broke within a matter of months. So that one was junk. And then this other one, it's leaking between the seams now, so that's junk. That at least lasted over a year. So I'm thinking this time I'm going to buy a better quality one. So I know Costco sells them, and Costco, usually anything Costco sells is usually pretty good quality. And then they have basically return policy that lets you return anything. So if it's junk, I can return it. But yeah, last time I went to Costco, they didn't have any at my store. So I've seen them there before. But yeah, for whatever reason, this time they didn't have any. They had some hoses, but yeah, none of the nozzles. So I was meaning to order them online. Still might do that, but haven't gotten around to it. And they were more expensive online, but I think that's basically because they can do quote-unquote free shipping. It's not really free because they basically just tacked it on. If I bought it at the store, it's actually cheaper, at least last time I remember it. I don't know, maybe the price went up because of all the shortages. But anyway, so I had to go grocery shopping today, so I went back to Costco, and they didn't have them still, or the nozzle things. So I still might need to order the things online. So I picked up a whole bunch of vegetables today at Costco. So I gotta prepare myself for another vat of vegetable soup this week. Plus I'm basically out of vegetables, so it's been about 2 weeks since I've been grocery shopping. So basically I'm out now. So yeah, my vegetables seem to last about 2 weeks. So either I've actually been pretty good. So I've been timing it just about right. So I use it up basically within about 2 weeks. And the other thing I noticed is they start wilting as I approach 2 weeks. So yeah, they don't last very long. So I got to use them up in about 2 weeks anyway. So bought lots of vegetables. Well, I actually bought some extra broccoli. So this time around, I actually used. I think it worked out just about perfectly. But I was also a little worried I was going to get through the broccoli too fast. So I was not eating as much as I probably wanted to. So I bought another bag, extra bag this time, and see if I can get through it without having to feel like I'm rationing. And I'm trying to convince myself for get in the habit of trying to, when I do need a snack, I want to see if I can snack on the broccoli, or I also bought some mini peppers. But basically I want to try to snack on more vegetables. So I've been snacking on peanut butter, which has high calorie content, and snacking on popcorn every now and then. Okay, Scruffy's taking a long route. That's what he's doing. Hope he's not going to throw up. He's sniffing the table. Okay, folks, it's hot. I think I want to go in. It's loud. So, looks like Scruffy is not hanging around here. It's not out of sight, though, but still, I think I want to go in. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.